Hey everyone, echohack here, and today we're going to pull back the covers to show you the future of this channel, including my plans for the Diablo 4 beta and future plans for other loot-based RPGs. So over the past few months, I've been hard at work in the studio here preparing coverage for Diablo 4. We do know that Diablo 4 is releasing sometime in early to mid 2023, and that's why I'm preparing now to give you an absolute avalanche of Diablo 4 content when it does. Diablo 4 is going to be massive. At launch, there will be 5 classes available, including the Barbarian, Druid, Sorceress, Rogue, and Necromancer. There's going to be a huge amount of content for each class to cover, including skills, legendary items, Paragon boards, and multiple builds for different game modes. First and foremost, I am creating build guides for each class. This is going to be core to my Diablo 4 content and will be updated for each season or major update for the game. For these guides, I'll have custom cards showing you the skills, items, and gameplay. And while we still don't know the exact impact of certain in-game mechanics, I also plan to show you the best in-slot choices for your Paragon boards, dungeons, and other in-game activities as well. These guides are complete with assets from the game that are custom built specifically for my video guides. If you've seen some of my previous videos, you know that my guides include hundreds of assets that are custom built for that specific video. It's a lot of work, but hopefully over time, I'll have some standard formats that will become familiar to you. Finally, for each of these core guides, I'm creating a short story set in the world of Sanctuary. These stories will expand from guide to guide. I think many of you have already enjoyed the stories from my previous videos, and there's more to come. Now, beyond this, we're also expecting Blizzard to introduce new classes and legendary items for the game over time. So these core class-based build guides will keep me busy and represent the core of this channel's content. Second, I'm creating content surrounding the game systems and mechanics. These guides are a little bit different. They're useful for any class, and they're built to help you navigate some of the game's more complex game systems. Depending on the game system, these guides may also get the short story treatment, but some of the smaller mechanical guides might not. I'm always trying to make sure that every video on the channel is informative, and sometimes a subject really only needs 5 minutes to cover every detail. So third, I'm covering news surrounding Diablo 4, hopefully the same day the news is delivered. Creating a news video on the same day is sometimes tricky, as details can sometimes be lacking or incorrect. Now, I describe most of the audience of this channel as loot-based RPG enthusiasts. So I'm looking to provide insight into what the developers might be intending to add or to fix to the game. If you've ever read dev patch notes, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when I say that sometimes you have to interpret what the developers write. All right, fourth, I'm developing a review scorecard. This is a standardized card that I'll use across the entire game to summarize and review new content. Importantly, the review scorecard will also provide a version-to-version look at different aspects of the game. So you'll understand each part of the game at a glance, and you'll also understand how it's evolved over time. Blizzard has, and I quote, an army of developers to support this game. And so it's going to be really important for players down the road to get good context on the changes and updates for the game. These review scorecards are designed to be shared outside of the videos as well, and I'll be sharing them on social media and other places, and they'll serve as a way to highlight strengths and weaknesses in the game for everyone to see. Fifth, we're gonna look at gaming tech. This includes covering keyboards, mice, controllers, headphones, and more tech that elevates the game. Enthusiasts of loot-based RPGs can play these games for hundreds, perhaps thousands of hours, and so it's really important to be playing with gear that's both comfortable and performs well. As a result, you might invest hundreds or thousands of dollars in your PC setup, and I think that as a channel we have a responsibility to help you find the right gear. Not only that, but cross-play and cross-progression add a whole different dimension to gameplay, and players these days are opting to play both at their desk and on the couch, depending on the situation.
We've got fully enabled crossplay.
If you have an Xbox and your buddy has a PC, you're going to be able to group up. Or you could play couch co-op. 2 people on a couch can sit there and have a great experience.
Now, I'm already heads deep into a multi-month review where I'm daily driving the SteelSeries Apex Pro Mini, which I truly think could be the next big keyboard for high-performance loot-based RPG players. It's got a new magnetic-style mechanical switch that, in my opinion, really could be the next big step in a gaming keyboard. All that said, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel so that you're notified when that new video drops. Of course, when the Diablo 4 beta arrives, I will be pushing for the top spot along with my fellow Maxroll content creators. It will take some time to figure out all of the game's mechanics and then write those build guides that are core to my content. These early days will be live streamed so you can keep tabs on the pulse of the game from the perspective of the top players. I'm also hoping to have time to upload some quick chats and interviews with other top players. These will serve as a short summary of the state of the game from different players' perspectives. You might see some of these land on channels as YouTube Shorts or a TikTok, and I'm hoping to do more short-form content here and there beyond just the 20 to 30-minute highly detailed build guides. Now, these are just my immediate plans going forward for the Diablo 4 beta. Down the road, I'm also planning to add content for some other loot-based RPGs, such as Last Epoch, Path of Exile 2, and potentially Riot's Project F, although that's pretty far in the future at this point. The goal here is to keep the channel content focused on loot-based games, while not remaining dedicated to just one single game. Now, I know this all sounds very, very ambitious, and I've been working really hard, so I can hope that I can live up to the expectations you all have for the channel. I'm looking forward to the future of loot-based RPGs, and 2023 is looking really amazing. Anyway, I'll see you down there. Peace!